or không ạ? Truyền thống. Truyền thống. Không phải chưa.
Anything short. We can start.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Good afternoon, everyone. So we are now learning jhana. So this is very difficult to explain because especially no real experience, and also need to learn more about jhana. Anyway, so we will learn, and I hope that you will understand what is jhana in the totality, in the suffix. Overall. So I think you will understand jhana. So last week, previous week, we talked about jhana according to Abhidhamma model. The jhana together with rapture, piti, right? And together with pleasure, sukha, and together with one-pointedness of the mind, right? So today we will learn about fourth jhana according to Abhidhamma model, and according to Sutta model, jhana, right? Jhana. Now, before we go to the fourth jhana, so what to explain about rapture or joy? Sometimes it is explained as a rapture, joy, or zest, right? It's a kind of joy, nothing to do with the sensory pleasures, right? So here, this one actually I have explained last week, but just repetition a little bit. A rapture is a delight in the objects of meditation. So while we are meditating based on breathing meditations, so we like it. And we have a delight in the meditation objects. That is called piti. That is born of stillness of the mind, born of samadhi. So it's nothing to do with the sensual pleasures. So it can be compared with the volume put in the water. It can be shaken even with a light breeze, right? Light breeze. So rapture, of course, the joy is a type of shaking. But in the jhana, of course, jhana, the mind is very stable, just like a rock, right? When you keep on meditating, your concentration became deeper and deeper. So by that time, you began to realize that even that stillness, there is a type of instability caused by rapture. So therefore, in one of the Sutta in Nikaya, so Venerable Sariputta said to the monks, So when we attain the first jhana, so sensual pleasure became suffering. Because the pleasure of the first jhana is much more better than sensual pleasures. So when there is a desire, or desire came into meditative mind at that time, and we see sensual thought, the desire to enjoy sensual thought is just like this suffering. So just like the when somebody attains second jhana, we check out the thought, right? Initial application became like the oscillation. Because he's afraid that that initial application is shaking the mind, shaking concentration, right? So therefore, he tried not to arise initial application. In the third jhana, even examination, the sustained application is a danger for meditative mind, right? He tried not to arise that, even the vichara. When he is still keep on practicing, so in his mind there is a slight instability. It's caused by the joy, right? Actually, it's very easy to understand if I give an example. So normally, when we have excitement, full of joy, our mind is not stable, shaking, right? Our mind is shaking. So by that time, we do not know what to do. Sometimes we make mistake, wrong mistake, wrong decision because of excitement or because of joy. So here also, of course, in meditation, a rapture or joy is very nothing to do with the sensual pleasures. But as the concentration is deeper, the rapture or joy is a danger. It turns to his meditative mind. For that reason, he needs to get rid of the mind. He needs to overcome the rapture. Right? So we have 5 grades of rapture. So this is for those who are meditating in the deep jhana, or while they are even without jhana, they can experience these type of joys, especially the first 3. The first 3 can be experienced even outside of the jhana, right? So the first one is called minor rapture. So this is able to raise the hairs on the body. Sometimes even we can experience this one. But of course, during meditations, so if you have a full of rapture or joy in your mind, you can experience this one. But remember that the rapture or joy can be experienced during the first jhana as well. Even the first jhana, the rapture and pleasure is very prominent, right? So even by that time, so these one of the 5 grades of joy can be experienced, right? So the first one is called minor rapture. The second one is momentary rapture. It's just like the flash of lighting. So the lighting, the lighting came out very fast and disappeared. Just like that. So while we are meditating, full of concentration, we can experience rapture and joy. So just like the flash of lighting, right? Can appear and disappear very quickly. So I think we can experience during not only in jhana process, but also outside of jhana as well. The third one is showering rapture. It's just like the waves in the seashore. The wave in the seashore, just like going on the sea. Just like the waves in the seashore. So when we have such type of joy in our mind, it's obvious. just like arises and disappear, stable again, arises and stable again like this. So this is called the showering rapture. So these three types of rapture can be experienced even outside or even normal time, right? Even normal time. So when you hear exciting news, when you experience a good feeling like this, right? So these rapture can be experienced. The fourth one, uplifting rapture. So it can levitate our body. It can float. Even with, it can float our body. So actually, some very rare cases, some meditators can experience this one, actually in their mind. Because of rapture, because of joy, so their body is getting lighter and lighter. So they are thinking that they are floating in the air, right? So that is called uplifting rapture. But some meditators are very rare, so they can float, right? But 1 feet, 2 feet, 3 feet like this, right? So if your willpower is very strong, if you have the full of rapture, full of pity in the jhana, even you can float for many feet, right? So regarding with this one, we have one story from commentary. So it is in Sri Lanka. Actually, it is nothing to do with the jhana, but very close one. So in Sri Lanka, in the Nurapura, so there is one of the village. So there is a pagoda festival. So pagoda festival, people go to the pagoda on the top of the mountain. So they normally go there and they offer candlelight and incense and they chant and they offer flowers, etc. So a group of family also going to visit pagoda festival, but a young lady is pregnant, so she cannot go. So the family suggested her not to go there. Actually, she is very devoted, and she went to go pagoda festival, pay homage to the Buddha. But as she is pregnant, she couldn't go. That the whole family go to the pagoda festival. Then she just looking at the pagoda at the top of the mountain. Some people are chanting, right? And with the light, candlelight, so she can see the pagoda at the top of the mountain, and she, she chanted the quality of the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. But in her mind, lot of rapture, lot of joy, pity. So by the power of rapture and joy, so her body becoming lighter and lighter. And actually, as she has a very powerful willpower, so that pity, rapture, bring her to the on the platform of the pagoda. The family, actually in front of the family, the family still going there, right? So when they arrived at pagoda, they saw a young girl. So why you came here? So we suggested you to stay at home, right? But I do not know. I just chant the quality of your beings. But I just came here by flying, right? So they are surprised. Actually here, it may not be, actually the commentary doesn't say it is the jhana, but it is the power of rapture or joy. So actually such rapture can be called uplifting rapture, right? It can float. At least in our mind, if we have a lot of rapture during meditation, our body is very light, getting lighter and lighter, right? The power of rapture. And number 5, pervading rapture. It pervades the whole body. Actually, it is just like a cotton put in the wine, right? If you put the cotton on the wine, so the cotton will sink into the wine. Just like that. So if we have such type of rapture, it pervades the whole body. The whole body is full of rapture, right? Full of rapture. Actually, this is the most powerful one. Of course, when you are in the third jhana, especially in the third jhana, so you may experience this one, pervading rapture, the whole body, right? So for that reason, when we learn about third jhana, the second jhana in Sutta Pitaka. So imameva kaya samadhi jena piti sukhena pati sandeti pati pureti preparati. Actually, it's a pervading the whole body with the rapture and pleasure. In the second jhana, right? In the Sutta Pitaka method, the first and second jhana. So during jhana, we can experience maybe 1 or 5. Especially number 5. It pervades the whole body, right? Pervades the whole body. So the first 3 can be experienced anytime. So when conditions arises, right? But 4 and 5 can be experienced only during the jhana. Maybe the first or second jhana in Sutta Pitaka morning. But in Abhidhamma, the first, second, and third jhana, right? Third jhana. So this is a rapture. So as you know, since concentration is getting deeper and deeper, the rapture became a thorn or a danger to the jhana, to the mind of meditator, right? It's shaking meditator mind. Right? Shaking meditator mind. So therefore, he trying to overcome rapture. So therefore, the Buddha said that rapture is a thorn to the third jhana. For one who has attained third jhana, rapture has ceased. So as long as we still have a rapture, we cannot attain third jhana in Sutta morning. So we cannot attain 4th jhana in Abhidhamma morning, right? So therefore, rapture is a danger. In the 4th jhana in Abhidhamma, 4th jhana wholesome consciousness, together with pleasure, sukha, and one-pointedness, ekaggata. So here there is no rapture at all. No rapture at all. The 4th jhana from Abhidhamma morning is the 3rd jhana from Sutta morning. Actually, it's very important to know. It can miss, right? It can miss. So when you are reading the Sutta, you will always find that only 4 jhana, right? Only 4 jhana. Abhidhamma, the first one is divided into 2. Therefore, 5. Here, the 3rd jhana, with the fading away as well of rapture. So this is very important. So the Buddha used the word with raga. Here, raga means attachment, right? Normally, we attach to something good. So here, so when we are meditating, if we experience one of the 5 grades of joy or rapture, our mind tends to attach to that. So when we have a fleeting rapture, right? If the body is floating in the air, we will like it, right? There is attachment, right? Attachment to it. That is called raga. That is called raga. If we experience the joy which is pervading our whole body, then likely to attach to it. So here, meditation means letting go. Meditation means letting go. So we have to let go of our attachment. Here, if you want to attain the fourth jhana, according to Abhidhamma mode, if we want to attain third jhana in certain mode, so we have to let go of the rapture or joy, right? So therefore, so it's not easy to let go, right? Not easy to let go, because the rapture is very, very pleasant. The rapture is, is exciting. So we can experience it. So therefore, when you want to attain that jhana, we have to let go, to try to fade away the rapture. It was equanimous. Normally, in the fourth jhana, in Abhidhamma mode, we do not have equanimity, right? We do not have equanimity. So only the fifth jhana, Abhidhamma mode, we have equanimity. Here in the Sutta Pitaka, even the third jhana, we have equanimous feeling. Equanimous feeling. So here, equanimity is very important. Normally, when we have pleasant feeling, our mind attached to it. So we don't have equanimity. So when we have unpleasant feeling, our mind trying to repair, right? Trying to drive away those unpleasant feelings. Our mind is not stable, pulling and driving away. If the if the object is good, pulling, right? If the object is not good, driving away like this. So actually here, equanimity, our mind is, we can try to balance our mind, not to be attached to pleasant or unpleasant feeling. So therefore, when we are in the third jhana, our mind is equanimous. So it is very important to know that in the fourth jhana, in Abhidhamma mode, there is no equanimity, but in suttas, equanimous feeling. So because we can reduce joy in our mind, so in this way, we have a stable, more stable and equanimous feeling arises, right? A mindful and clearly comprehending. So here, of course, mindfulness is there when we attain jhana, but of course, as the jhana is developing, that we are more mindful, right? Our mindfulness is getting sharper and sharper. But here, comprehending is very important one. So actually, our meditation object is getting clear. So we understand, at this level, we understand not only meditation object, but also everything arises in our mind, right? So it's comprehending. And he experienced pleasure, sukha, with the body. But here is, I think, I can't decide whether it is physical or with the body. So what I think is, it can be both. It can be both, right? Because when the Buddha taught the seven factors of enlightenment, so we have to call tranquility, right? Passaddhi. So actually, according to Abhidhamma, we have two passaddhi, bodily and mentally. I think just like that. So it can be the mental and then physical body. So we can experience pleasure, but without joy. Without joy with the body. It enters and dwells in the third jhana, of which the Noble One declared, he is equanimous, mindful, one who dwells happily. So here we have the difference. I have told the difference between the rapture and pleasure, right? So just like in the story, so when the guy here, so there is an oasis, and there is water 1 mile ahead. Then here full of rapture, full of joy, right? At that time, no pleasure, no sukha. But when he arrived there, he drink water and he take a bath and he feel relaxed under the shady tree. So by that time, he experienced the pleasure, right? So generally, the pleasure is much more intense or powerful than rapture. So this is Tachana. Actually, 2 days ago, I got questions from one of the students. When a meditator enters and dwells in second and third jhana, supposing the place where he lives is a place with a fire, is the meditator able to leap off from the jhana process? What do you think? What do you think? Actually, we have learned up to second and third jhana, right? Second and third jhana. Actually, as you know, the first jhana, when we hear the sound, the sound is danger for the second jhana. Actually, our concentration is not powerful enough. In the second jhana, the vichaka and vichara, right? The thought and examinations of danger. I think we can how to say, we can bear the sound, even though there are some sound outside, some noises outside. I think we can stay in the jhana or the jhana. But here, fire, right? Fire is physical way. I think that if there is fire, if there is heat, I think we can come out from the jhana at once. It's too obvious, right? Cannot stand it. So I think when we arrive in material jhana, I will share one story. The Buddha taught to one of the disciples of other religions. So I think maybe in material jhana, when we are training in material jhana, maybe we will not know it. So but anyway, so if we have immaterial jhana, arupa jhana, I think there will be no harm. The power of meditation. Then I will show you the story, right? Better talk now, right? Otherwise, I be lost and they forget it. The Buddha is going to how to say it? The final what is it? Is Kusinagara, sorry. The Buddha is going to Kusinagara and to make a final passing away, right? To pass us away. So by that time, so one of the follower of a disciple of one of the religious leader. So according to him, he said that Alara Kalama. As you know, what we know about Alara Kalama is the Buddha practiced jhana under Alara Kalama, right? And he attained 7 jhana. Arkanchinya, Yatana jhana. So actually, when we are learning Arupa jhana, we will learn about it. It's Third jhana and Arupa jhana, right? Third level of Arupa jhana, the Buddha attained it. I don't know whether they are the same or not. So one of the disciple of Alara Kalama approached to the Buddha and taught to the Buddha. So the Buddha, once in one time, my teacher Alara Kalama is meditating under the tree. So by that time, 500 Pulakas passed by. A lot of dust came out, right? A lot of dust. But he doesn't know. Even though 500 Pulakas passed nearby, he doesn't know it. That means his concentration is very powerful, right? Very powerful. And when he emerged from that jhana, and he know that full of dust in his body, in his robe, right? But his disciple, the people approach him and ask him whether he know the 500 Pulakas passing by. But he said that he doesn't know. In the deep jhana, right? In the deep jhana. Maybe it is the third arupa jhana. Maybe, don't know, right? But the Pali Canon didn't mention anything. And the Buddha said, well, it is very good, of course. He can experience very deep jhana, right? But let me share one story of my own. The Buddha said, once I was meditating. By that time, the thunderbolt spread, right? Spreads. Then at once, 2 cows and 2 farmers died at once because of thunderbolt, right? The head also blazed with the fire. The Buddha is in the head, right? But many people approach, got the ascetic, how to say, I don't know what they call it, Samana, ascetics. Do you know that there is a thunderbolt, and the thunderbolt came 2 or 4 cows, I forgot it. 4 cows and 2 farmers. Did you know it? The Buddha said, I do not know. But nothing happened to the Buddha. Nothing happened to the Buddha. Even though, thunderbolt struck, right? Thunderbolt hit, it made a lot of big noise that the Buddha did not know. But even though it came cows and farmers, he is not no harm to him. So what the Buddha want to say is, even though thunderbolt a bit noise and very dangerous, no harm to him. He doesn't know. In deep jhana. So I think that he is experiencing, we call it Nidora Samapati. Nidora Samapati means no feeling, no mind at all. Right? So actually, after we learn Arupa jhana, I will explain a little bit about Nidora Samapati. So it's a very important one. So I think what I want to say is, of course, when you attain maybe Arupa jhana, but of course, when you attain Nidora Samapati, you may not know it, or it may not happen to you, right? But of course, in the Rupa jhana, you still have connection with the sensory perception. Still have connection, right? Still have connection. Therefore, so if there is a fire, then you will know it, and you can, of course, you have to run. Otherwise, it's dangerous, right? It's dangerous. Okay. Now let's go to the 4th jhana, the nature of pleasure. As you know, the pleasure is a close friend of rapture. So in the first 2 jhana, so they arise together. You cannot differentiate the piti and sukha. But when you attain the higher level of jhana, the 4th jhana, in Sodapika body, then you can differentiate between pleasure and rapture. The rapture is excitement, it arouses the mind. So for that reason, it can shake your concentration. The pleasure is in front of rapture. So by association, very closely. So the pleasure may bring you back to the Tatjana. So as you know, the rapture and pleasure are very close. But the moment you attain Tatjana, no rapture. But if you losing your practicing, then the pleasure may associate with the rapture again. So you will forward to Tatjana, right? Tatjana. But you don't want to go back to Tatjana. That reason, so you need to overcome the pleasure as well to go to next level. So therefore, the pleasure is a turn to go to next level, the fifth jhana, to go to fifth jhana. According to Abhidhamma, the fifth jhana holds consciousness together with equanimity and one-pointedness. So here are only two jhana factors, equanimity and one-pointedness, right? One-pointedness. The fourth jhana from Abhidhamma model, the fifth jhana from Abhidhamma model is the fourth jhana from Sutta model. In and out breathing is a turn to the fourth jhana. I think that we have to take it literally because the moment, if you are practicing based on breathing meditation, so it will stop. It will stop. I think when we learn about when we learn the fourth jhana from Sutta Pitaka, I think we can guess it. We will understand this one. So the moment you attain the fourth jhana, in breathing and out breathing have ceased. That means totally stop. So therefore, don't forget that the meditator mind is very difficult to guess, right? And the Buddha said that do not try to do not try to think about meditator mind with the reasoning mind. It will lead to crazy. It will become crazy. The Buddha said that, right? So actually, of course, the meditator mind may be different from one person to another. So even though you attain the fourth jhana, your experience will be different to others, right? Different to others. The fourth jhana in Sutta Pitaka. This is the last one in Rupa jhana, right? With the abandoning of pleasure and pain. The abandoning of pleasure and pain, especially here, the pleasure, sukha. And with the previous passing away of joy and dejection. So here, the joy and dejection. Normally, as I said, when we experience pleasurable feeling, the pleasant feeling, we have joy, right? Then when we experience unpleasant feeling, we try to reject that feeling, that object, right? But here, the moment you attain the fourth jhana, you neglect everything. You forget about everything. You abandon both pleasant and unpleasant feeling. He enters and dwells in the fourth jhana, that is neither painful nor pleasant. Neither painful nor pleasant. You do not feel painful feeling. You do not even feel pleasant feeling. So which has purification of mindfulness by equanimity. Because of equanimity, your mind is pure. Equanimity is very powerful, especially in the family or anywhere in the society. As a leader, you need to practice equanimity, right? Sometimes you may hear criticism. Sometimes you may hear the praise, right? Between criticism and praise, you have to maintain your balance, not to be shaken by negative and positive sides, right? So if you can maintain your mind like this, you can see objectively, very clearly, right? What is right and what is wrong. Sometimes some leader do not want to hear criticisms. Angry, right? If they are angry, they will not know. And some people, some leader want to hear praise, right? But when they hear the praise, elated, and they do not know, right? And there will be, the prejudice and bias, right? Because of this. So here, equanimity is very important. Between good and bad, so our mind is not shaking. We maintain balance of our mind. So here in the fourth jhana, even you ignore the pleasure, right? So when you are meditating, so actually the third jhana, I will talk about the third jhana. So the Sutta gives the example. So when we attain third jhana, so we experience happiness with the body, right? In the third jhana, so we experience happiness with the body. Of course, when we experience happiness and pleasure, sukha, and we were attached to that, it is very likely, right? We will like it. If you like it, that means crave it. If you have a craving in your mind, then your mind is slightly shaking, right? So actually, the Sutta gives the example of a lotus flower. A lotus flower in the lotus pond, right? Lotus pond. It grows in the water and never rises up above the water. Stay in the water. So that means our body is full of pleasure in the third jhana. So actually your mind is thinking about pleasure in your body in one way or another, right? Even though your mind is concentrating on the meditation object, but if your body is full of pleasure in your mind, sometimes your mind will go to pleasure, right? So therefore, in the fourth jhana, you forget about even the pleasure, right? No need to say pain. At the time, there's no painful feeling, right? No feeling. But the Buddha wants to make sure that he ignores everything, pleasant or unpleasant feeling, right? So actually, the last one is very important one. He sits suffusing his body with a pure bright mind, so that there is no part of his entire body not suffused or not touched by a pure bright mind. So that is very important one. Here, if we are practicing breathing meditation, the moment you take the fourth jhana, that breathing object is disappeared, totally disappeared. So by that time, you have only the pure and bright mind in your mind. So therefore, the Buddha said that in Buddha Nikaya, Papasaramidam Bhikkhave Itan Chetan. So this mind is very bright, luminous. So this, our mind is defined by the other defining mind, just like a desire or evil like this, right? Evil like this. Because of those definements, our mind is dirty. Normally, the mind is very luminous. But this time, when we attain the fourth jhana, luminous, actually the Sutta gives the example with the man who cover with the white cloth the whole body. You cannot see that man. He is covered with the white cloth, right? Just like that, so your mind is covered with the bright and pure light. pure light. So this is when you attain the fourth jhana. So you the breathing meditation totally disappear. Then so your meditation subject move to the pure bright mind, right? Pure bright mind. So therefore, when you attain the fourth jhana, so you have less connection with the material object or material phenomena. But here with the mind, right? So this is the fourth jhana. Any question? I think it's too general. So sorry that I cannot explain how to say.
They didn't explain fourth jhana or second power. Okay, every jhana is actually of second power or super power, but not stated in the visual order.
Okay. The thing is, second power is not jhana. It is we call it Abhidhamma, right? Abhidhamma is how to say this is knowledge. So we have a different type of knowledge, Abhidhamma. So when we attain the fourth jhana, as I said, our mind is just like a polished mirror, very clear. We can do anything. So I think normally when we practice the art kasina meditation method, we try to visualize in our mind everything is the art. So even in the water, so when we practice the art meditation, then we can walk in the water. So actually within that, the water is the art, right? So this is called Abhidhamma, second power. So I think, of course, when you attain the fourth jhana, your mind is very powerful and very clean and very pure. So you can incline your mind. Even the Buddha, he inclined his mind he directed his mind to know the life of previous life, right? Previous life. And also the life of other beings. So these are called Abhidhamma. So I think based on the fourth jhana, we can do many things. We can do anything. So when you want to know about Abhidhamma, those psychic power, you can read Samaya Sutta, Digha Nikaya, second Sutta, right? So if you read that Sutta, you will know those Abhidhamma, right? So these are just jhana. Jhanas are just, we call it samatha meditation. It can, it can make peace, tranquility in our mind. So based on jhana, based on this meditation, samatha meditations, so we can practice Vipassana. But of course, when we attain the fourth jhana, our mind is very clear, very stable. So we will be able to see if we incline our mind to know the nature of mind and body, it will be quite easier, quite powerful, right? Just like using a very powerful torchlight in the darkness. So we can see everything in the dark, just like that, right?
Meditation objects, instead of breathing in and out, we use to recite puja.
Sorry?
Reciting puja. Repeating your own puja by heart.
Puja?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Instead of concentration in breathing in and out.
Okay.
So what will happen when at the third and fourth jhana, is the puja going to be disappearing from you? Because the concentration is on puja.
Puja means in the shrine, alright?
Yes.
Normally we do puja.
Yes.
Actually, normally we do puja. We do not think about meditation, right? It can be puja is a type of meditation. But of course, when we are chanting the quality of the Buddha, so we must visualize the quality of the Buddha in our mind. So that will be in meditation. But so such type of meditation will not produce any jhana. Just It's a very powerful concentration. We call it Upachara Samadhi. So, recollecting or chanting all the quality of the Bodhidharma Sangha will not produce any jhana. Of course, while we are chanting, so if you know the meaning of it, then you may have a powerful rapture, right? Powerful rapture. So, if you if you observe that rapture, then you can become Sodapana, Sakadagami, Nagami, Arahant like this. But you cannot attain jhana. So only it will produce, we can practice as a Vipassana based on rapture, right? So the puja will not achieve any jhana, right? So these are 4 jhanas. So we have five kinds of mastery. So they usually mention. Normally after we learn about the first jhana, I should have teach this one, but I forgot it. Now we teach to make it overall. According to Soda, we have four levels, right? According to Abhidhamma, 5 jhana. So regarding with the jhana, we have to practice 5 kinds of mastery. So the first one is mastery in advancing. Mastery in advancing. As you know, in jhana, we have jhana factors. Vichaka, vichara, pitisuddha, ekaggata, like this, right? So these are jhana factors. So we have to advance or turn our mind to those jhana factors. Suppose in the first jhana, we have a vichaka. Thought and examination. Vichara is examination. So we try to advance our mind to the vichaka and vichara and any other jhana factors. So this is called mastery in advancing. The second one is mastery in attainment. So this is when you attain the first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, then you try to master in that jhana. Suppose you attain the first jhana, then you try to master over it. Then you examine the jhana factor in the first jhana. Then you know what happened after you emerge from the jhana, right? Like this. Then from the first jhana, you move to second jhana, and you try to master, or you try to have a skill, right? From the first jhana to second jhana. So that is called mastery in attainment. Without many bhavangas arising in the process of their attainment. Normally, as I said, so the moment you attain the first jhana for the first time, it's only one mind movement, right? We drop at once. But you try again, so we drop again. So actually dropping all the jhana means bhavanga, a lot of bhavanga, right? So later on, you try to practice the first jhana again and again. But between one jhana, there will be pure bhavanga. So later on, no bhavanga at all. Jhana, like this, right? So you have to try to practice, little by little. For the first time, the moment you attain jhana for the first time, only one mind movement, one jhana, right? Then after that, a lot of bhavanga. Then you try to practice again, and 2 or 3 jhana, right? And bhavanga again. Then later on, you try. Later on, a lot of jhana, 10 minutes, jhana mind movement for 10 minutes without any bhavanga. 1 hour without bhavanga, right? Like this. Then you proceed to second jhana. And after the moment you take second jhana, only one jhana movement. Then bhavanga again. Like this. So you try to master in the attainment of jhanas. And third one, mastery in resolution. So you're trying to determine in your mind before you meditate. So I will try to experience the first jhana for 10 minutes. Then you try. Then you may fail at the first time, right? Then you try it again. Then later you can do it in 10 minutes. Then you determine that you will do it for 1 hour. Then you practice. Then you cannot do that. Then you try it again. But later on, according to your wish, you can do that. You want to meditate for 5 hours, you can do that, right? That is called mastery in resolution. According to your determination, according to your resolution, you can do it. Then the fourth one, mastery in emergence. So actually, after 10 minutes, I have something to do. I will emerge from the jhana. And after 1 hour, I have to go out. After 1 hour, I have to emerge from the jhana. But as you have a lot of rapture and pleasure during your meditation, you cannot come out. You don't have this one, right? Then you have to cancel your appointment. Like this, right? Like this. So that is called mastery in emergence. You have to do it again and again, right? So in this way, you are very clever in, experiencing the jhana. And the last one is mastery in reviewing. So after you emerge from the jhana, you review and you think about, you recollect or you think about the jhana process. During the jhana factors, how you experience jhana factors, and how you overcome jhana factors like this. So you have to examine and you have to review it. So that is called mastery in reviewing. So if you know that, you will be witnessing in your meditations, you can change it, right? You can change it. This is also very important one. So when by that way, so you can practice with the 5 kinds of mastery. So if you practice, so whenever you, according to your wish, you can do anytime. Then right now, you want to take jhana, then you close your eye, then you practice your meditation objects. At once, you take jhana, right? But when you are very clever in jhana, you can move from the first jhana to third jhana, and third jhana to the first jhana, like this, right? It's just like the practicing riding motorbike. No, not motorbike, it's bicycle. Riding bicycle, right? At the first time, not easy. But later on, it's very easy, right? So there are 5 kinds of mastery. So every time you attain jhana, then you practice with the 5, right? The moment you attain the first jhana, practice with these 5 kinds of mastery, then move to second jhana. Then practice 5 kinds of mastery, then try to attain third jhana like this, right? Third jhana like this. If you want to know, I show the pictures. Now let's go to immaterial sphere consciousness. Arupachara. Arupavachana immaterial sphere consciousness. With the 3 type of immaterial sphere consciousness, which frequently move about in the 4 planes. Actually, we have 4 planes, 4 immaterial sphere planes. So these consciousness arises in those 4 planes normally, but of course in other realm also they arises. So here, regarding the term of immaterial, so these arupa jhana cheta can be attained by using formless meditation objects or immaterial meditation objects, such as the infinity of space, the infinity of consciousness. So according to Abhidhamma, space is one of the material, right? One of the material. Here, space means the space between you and another person. The space between one table to another. That is called space, right? Space. Every space exists, can be exist anywhere, right? So here, so when we meditate using the infinity of space, so that is called immaterial jhana consciousness. So sometimes we practice the infinity of consciousness. Actually, this second one is sure that it is immaterial, right? So the first one, a little bit connected with material phenomena. So therefore, those jhanas are called immaterial sphere consciousness, right? Consciousness. And then when you learn jhana, you will know it. So we have 4 wholesome consciousness. The first one, wholesome consciousness pertaining to the base of infinite space. And then when we learn jhana, you will know it. For the time being, here, the main key point is infinite space. Infinite space. Then, number 2, wholesome consciousness pertaining to the base of infinite consciousness. But this one, nothing to do with material phenomena. It is only immaterial phenomena. Mind, right? Only mind. Number 3, wholesome consciousness pertaining to the base of nothingness. Actually, if we do not understand the meaning, I think we will get lost. If you understand the nothingness here be another meaning. Number 4, wholesome consciousness pertaining to the base of neither perception nor non-perception. Vipassana, nasina yetana. So that is a wholesome, 4 wholesome immaterial sphere consciousness, right? So at the same time, we also have 4 corresponding resident chetas, and we also have 4 functioning chetas. So as you know, the corresponding resident chetas are as a result of wholesome chetas, right? So those wholesome chetas can arise in the minds of worldlings, uttojana, and trainees. 3 types of trainees. But functional consciousness are experienced only by arahants, the Buddha and Vajrayana Buddha, right? I think we already know this, right? Immaterial sphere jhana. To attain immaterial sphere jhana, we have to practice one of the 9 kasina meditation methods. So we have 10 types of kasina meditation methods. So method, space kasina meditation method cannot be applied. So we cannot attain space kasina meditation method. We cannot attain immaterial jhana by using kasina meditation method. Sorry, akasa kasina. So other than that, we have another 9 methods. So based on, if you practice those kasina meditation method, you can take immaterial sphere jhanas. So immaterial sphere jhanas are 5th jhana and they are together with tranquility, equanimity, and one-pointedness. So as you know, when you attain the fourth jhana according to Suttanta More, so we will only equanimity and one-pointedness of the mind, right? Only two jhana factors are very prominent, very prominent. So here also, in the immaterial jhana also, all the four types of immaterial jhana as well, so there is only two jhana factors are prominent. So they are equanimity and one-pointedness. So therefore, they are the fifth jhana according to Abhidhamma More. They are the fourth jhana according to Sutta More. They are not different, right? But as you know, meditation or practicing jhana is letting go. We have to let go of, the prominent jhana factors. The second jhana, we have to let go the vichara. And third jhana, we have to let go the vichara, like this, right? But the moment you attain immaterial jhana, you have to let go the perception of material things. Perception of material things. Now, when you are practicing breathing meditations, you may have the perception of breathing. But when you attain arupa jhana, you have to let go. You have to forget about perception of any type of material, material phenomena. So for that reason, when we learn immaterial jhana, so we have to use kasina meditation method. So then only you will understand, right? Then only you will understand. So remember that. So immaterial jhanas are nothing but the fifth jhana, right? The fifth jhana. If you understand, and then it will be quite clear. So attaining jhana, higher jhana means you letting go, the gross jhana factors, right? Gross jhana factor. Here, what is kasina? Kasina means whole or totality. It is so called because the meditator has to take the whole objects of meditation, not partially, not partly. That is very important one. Kasina means whole or totality. So this is Bhikkhu body note from Anguttara Nikaya. The kasinas are discs representing elements or colors used as the objects of samadhi meditation. For example, the earth kasina is a disc filled with reddish brown clay. And I will explain it later. The water kasina is a bowl of water. The color kasinas are coloratics. Now if you see the picture, it will be quite clear. That is how we meditate. So this is a yellow color, right? Yellow color. Yellow color kasina meditation. Meditation. You just look at meditation object. This sake, disc is your meditation object. So when you are looking at this one, you have to take the whole object. You don't have to look at partially. You have to look at the whole object, the whole disc. That is called kasina, right? Kasina. So think about this sake. So you have to look at that sake, the whole sake, not partially. So therefore it is called kasina, right? Kasina.
So his eyes is open.
Of course, yes, I have to open. I will explain here. I will explain here. Here, we will talk about Bhattavi kasina. Now we will use about Bhattavi kasina. So when you want to attain the immaterial jhana, we have to use one of the 9 kasina meditation objects, right? Actually we have 10 type of kasina meditation method. So a man then, space kasina cannot attain arupa jhana. Then with only 9, so manta we will use the word Pathavi kasina. So we have to make a disc on a cloth or a frame filled with a red brown clay. It should be 9 or 10 inches in diameter. So I think I will show on the whiteboard. It will be here. So this is a 9 or 10 Isaka one, right? So this is we have to make it a disc filled with the reddish brown clay, the sake shape. So we have to do it on the cloth or in somewhere, even the whiteboard, we can do it, right? So you have to fill with the reddish and brown color art on it. You have to how to say, state it, right? You state it. Put it in front of you, not too close, not too far. Just like the guy in the picture, right? So you have to put that way. So if you apply the clay on the cloth, you have to put that cloth on the wall. So that is in front of your eye. So you have to sit down. You have to put that cloth with the art disc, right? The art disc that we can see in front of you. Not too far, not too close. So actually, we always said that it is 5 feet. 4 feet away. 4 feet away, so that you can see very clearly. If it is too close, you can see it, but you cannot see the whole or totally, right? Totally. And let's look at the whole aspects with a careful attention and full concentration. You have to look at this one. So all your attention must be there, right? It's meditation method, very famous meditation method, right? You have to look at this way. Then while looking at it, you have to recite in the mind, art, millions and billions of times. Or you can use Pali, Pathavi, like this. Or you can use Chinese. I don't know Chinese. You can use it in Chinese, right? So, but only in your mind, you have to recite it. You have to look at the art kasina, right? This one. You have to look at this one. Looking at this one. Any language you can use it. So the most important thing is here we have 5 jhana factors, right? So we tackle. So you have to bring your mind to the meditation object. Here, meditation object is art kasina, Pathavi kasina, right? So therefore, you have to bring your mind to the meditation object. Then you have to examine meditation object, which are, right? So when you are looking at, when you are mostly at that time, when you are looking at with your eye, only 2 jhana factors will prominent. Vitakka and vichara, right? Vitakka and vichara. Without thinking anything, just focus all your attention to the meditation object, right? Then you chant art like this, right? Pathavi, like this. You have to do it under the sign of artists appear in the mind's eye. So the main point is try to visualize that the art disc in your mind. That's the most important point. So before it appears in your mind, you have to look at that sake, and you have to chant the art, like this. So later, so that the art disc will appear in your mind. Then you close your eye. You close your eye and visualize that this sake in your mind. If you cannot visualize in your mind, you have to look at the art disc again and chant or recite the art, like this, right? So this way you have to do it again and again. Once it appears in the mind, family, then it is called great sign. Okaha nimeda. Here, the word nimeda. Nimeda means sign or the object. The object in your mind. So here, this one is called nimeda. So the grab sign. So if you can grasp the sign in your mind's eye, you can go anywhere. You can practice anywhere. So that is called Okanimeda, grab sign. I think the point is to build up concentration, right? To build up concentration. So if you can build up your concentration with using one meditation object, so that is the main point. So here you just look at the art disc with your eye. So later on, so that art disc will appear even when you close your eye. It will appear in your mind. So that is very important one. Then you close your eye, then you visualize that art disc in your mind. Then also chant in your mind. Art, right? Just focus on just focus all your attention to that one. Right? So that object appear in your mind's eye is called grab sign, right? Grab sign. Wait for a while. Actually, I couldn't finish my note. So when you close your eye, then you still sit down nearby, or you still sit down anywhere, right? Then you close your eye, you focus all your attention to that meditation object. So that means the art disc, right? Then you in your mind, you just chant art. Then when you do so as time went by, then you can develop your concentration deeper and deeper. If the concentration is deeper and deeper, so the mind is not going anywhere. All your attention will be that Vipassana, that nimeda. So actually, for the time being, so you will appear in your mind that so there are art in the art disc. You will see, right? The art. So later on, the moment your concentration is deeper and deeper, so those art will disappear. Only a shining circle appear in your mind. So this is the power of concentration. A shining circle in your mind. So all the art will disappear. So by the time you look at the artist, that is material phenomena, right? Or rupa. But the moment it appears, it brightens circle. There is no art at all, right? But that is also material phenomena similar to the art. So then keep on practicing, developing mindfulness and concentrations. Your mind will go away from that meditation object. Then you bring back your mind. Bringing back your mind to the meditation object. That is me, Vitakka. Right? Vitakka. Then you try to examine the shining circle shining sake. But you stay chanting the up, right? But that is called examining vichara. So then if you can concentrate your mind only that object, then you will have rapture and joy as usual, right? Joy. Then keep on practicing. Then the hindrances will run away. So if the hindrances, just like a sensory desire, evil, doubt, and remorse, and worry, etc. So all these ran away, then you have the pleasure and one pointedness of the mind. So your mind is not going anywhere. Just focus that meditation object, shining object. So all the hindrances are eradicated, removed, then you will attain the first jhana. Right? So that is actually this is just rupa jhana, not arupa jhana yet. Remember that in the first rupa jhana we have 5 jhana factors. And thought, examination, rapture, pleasure, and one-pointedness of the mind. Right? So the moment you clear all the hindrances, your mind is just focused on shining sake object. Right? So only one-pointedness of the mind. Then you attain the first jhana. Then you keep on practicing. Then you later you know that the bringing your mind to the meditation object, vitaka is a danger. Then you try to overcome vitaka. So second jhana. Then you try to overcome vichara and jhana. Then rapture, you try to overcome the rapture, the 4th jhana. And you try to overcome the pleasure, the 5th jhana, right? The 5th jhana. So the moment you take the 5th jhana, is shiny sake, very stable. So that sake is very stable. That nibbana is very stable. You have only equanimity and one-pointedness of the mind. The moment you attain that jhana is together with rapture and pleasure, right? The moment you attain rapture, so that shiny sake will be shaking a little bit because of rapture. So actually that shiny object is mental object, just mental object. If our mind is stable, so that mental object will be stable. But now the moment you attain the 5th jhana, together with the equanimity and one-pointedness of the mind, your mind is stable. And that shiny object also stable according to your mind. Because that nimitta, that object is connected with your mind. Right? So let's say now you attain the 5th jhana. The 5th arupa jhana, right? Maybe next week I will write my note and I will give it to you. Not finished yet. But based on rupa jhana, you have to practice arupa jhana. Right? Arupa jhana. Any question?
Sayadaw, you did not explain how to come out and how to do it. From Upachara to Anapana.
From Upachara to Anapana. Actually here, Upachara means neighboring, we translate it assess concentration. Or the door to jhana. And apana is jhana concentration. Of course, as you know, as I said, it's not easy to explain because as I do not have experience. That is just a theory. It's just a theory. So therefore, based on jhana factor, we have to explain. So, as you are focusing our attention to shining object, right? Shining object. that our mind is getting stable, our mind will not go away, but the Vitakka will bring our mind that meditation object, shining object, right? The Vichara will examine. So, because of concentration, stillness of the mind, then we will have joy in our mind, mentally and body. Then we will have pleasure, happiness in our mind and body. Then, of course, we still have a little bit of hindrances. But the moment we can eradicate all the hindrances, that means no sensory desire. We don't have anything regarding with our senses, right? And we don't have ill will. Sometimes you will have like and dislike in your mind, right? If you have a pleasant feeling, you will like it, sensory pleasure. So if your mind is moved from the jhana factor, then you don't like it. It will like this, right? So all these 5 hindrances are removed. Then you will have a one-pointedness of the mind. Your mind is stick to that shining object, not moving anywhere. So if the moment you attain the first jhana is called upachara, access concentration, right? Then only all the 5 hindrances are removed. Actually, by the time you attain the first jhana, then you will know it by yourself. So all the 5 jhana factors are completed. Especially, you will experience the rapture and pleasure in your mind. But because of that, your mind will be stable. The one-pointedness in the mind. That is the first jhana. Huh? Any question? Okay.
Yeah. So why can't we replace it with the Buddha image? Replace it with the Buddha image. Instead of doing the recollections, virtues of the Buddha, can we just replace this and then put the Buddha's picture there and keep on staring until my eye actually focus that? Can we do that?
You want to use it for an image, right?
Yes.
A very good question. I think I have taught one time in the Zen meditation. So what I was doing as Zen master. So while we are meditating, the Buddha came into my mind. What shall I do? The meditation master said that, kill the Buddha. The Buddha image is a danger for your meditation, right? But the question is very beautiful. So when we are practicing kasina meditation, Batavi kasina, the artist, right? Then we practice the material phenomena disappear. Just shiny socket left, right? Keep on practicing. Based on that meditation object, we develop our mindfulness and concentration. By that time, we bring the image of the Buddha, right? Then place it in the kasina disc. I think that if you have a full of concentration, I think it can be done. I think it can be done because even the art disc, it is mental image, right? It is the power of the mind. Normally, we have only 10 kasina. So in 10 kasina, there is no Buddha image. So actually, as I very often said that Buddha images appear of 400 or 500 years after the Buddha passing away. So we don't know the actual face of the Buddha, right? But anyway, you can use the face of the Buddha image from Manglawiya Shrine Hall, right? Because you're always seeing that Buddha image, so that Buddha image appear in your mind, right? Appear in your mind. Then you take that Buddha image with your mind, with power, and place it in the shining object. That you just focus on the image of the Buddha, right? Image of the Buddha. So as I said, according to commentary, if we contemplate the 9 qualities of the Buddha, we cannot attain jhana. So when you do that, you may not be able to attain jhana. I will say that, right? I will say that. I don't know. Because you're changing one meditation object to another, right? So you're mixing 2 meditation objects. The point here is attaining jhana means we are staying only one object. Now you're mixing 2 objects together. I think it's difficult to attain jhana. But of course you will have a lot of faith, a lot of rejoice, or a lot of joy in your mind because of the Buddha image, right? Buddha image. I think it will be a bit difficult to attain jhana. Jhana here is we exclude everything, only just shiny sake. So based on that, we develop our concentration, mindfulness again, right? So if all the jhana factors are complete, the first jhana, right? The first jhana. But you have to try it. You can try it. I don't know. It's not mentioned in the books.
No, because you create one's craving. We are not allowed to have craving. You put Buddha image, what you think you wanted to be Buddha. Your thinking, your Buddhi practicing is not there. You have to have neutral. You must be very neutral.
Of course, yes.
Yes. So you create a craving and it's not allowed.
It's difficult to talk craving. Actually, if you do not have crave to, of course, I think.
Because you will think of all the craving because you wanted to spiritual.
So craving here be in the meditation method we have Buddha nosati.
Yes.
We can recollect the quality of the Buddha, right?
Yes.
It doesn't create any craving.
But we are not reached to the stage yet. You see, we are.
I understand what you mean. I understand what you mean. Of course, the main point you said is very correct. So here, meditation object must be neutral. But here, the art disc will not create any craving, right? So because of that, we have to use this one. So therefore, suppose you meditate looking at your beloved one. What will happen? That's also meditation, right? That's also meditation. In one of the sutta, it's called Gopaka Mokkala. Sutta number Majjhima Nikaya, Sutta number 108. Very interesting. So 108. So in that sutta, the Usakara, the Prime Minister of Magadha Kingdom, and he asked Venerable Ananda, you praise all the jhana. Do you praise all the jhana? Do you recommend all the jhana? And the Venerable Ananda said that, no, the Buddha do not recommend all the jhana. Some people are doing jhana using iwi. Iwi is, I would say, resentment, right? They have a lot of resentment and a lot of greed in their mind. So they just focus on those qualities. So the Buddha do not praise such jhana. What I want to say is the jhana, it doesn't mean equal quality one. It can also mean that a bad side, right? Negative side. Suppose when you are thinking about one person with the full of hate and resentment, this also can be called jhana, right? So the Buddha do not recommend such jhana. So therefore, it is very important to use a neutral object that doesn't create iwi or that doesn't create craving, right? For that reason, we are using casino discs, right? So it's a very important one. That the art disc will not create any craving. So we have to use it. But of course, when we use the image of the Buddha, we may have some type of bias, right? If we use the image, the bias will appear, right? Or maybe craving or some attachment may create. So therefore, in the Theravada meditation method, especially Visuddhimagga, do not mention about the Buddha images. So what we have to contemplate is the quality of the Buddha, right? Then Visuddhimagga, the Buddha image is not mentioned. But the later Theravada meditation master, they recommend to use Buddha image. So to practice Buddha nosati. So go to in front of the Buddha image and look at the middle of the heart, the heart of the Buddha image, and visualize the quality of the Buddha, the quality of the nine quality of the Buddha. But later on, they have to remove the Buddha image, only the quality left, right? That is not mentioned with Visuddhimagga, but after meditation, famous meditation master nowadays, they do like this. And I think the most important thing is to contemplate the quality of the Buddha, right? So here also, do not forget that we are using the art disc. The reason is it's a neutral. It will not create any craving or ill will, right? For that reason we're using this. And then next week we will talk about immaterial dharma, right? So thank you for your time. Sangha Vipassana